moving on to 2024, the first film we have coming out that year, February 16th, we got Madam Web. Now, I'll say this. This is a Sony film, and I should not be saying anything positive about it, but you got Sydney Sweeney. You got the girl from 50 Shades of Grey. Forget her name.
Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, Dakota Johnson. You got a cool cast assembled here. They're talking about making it Terminator-esque and possible time travel elements involved, which I'm a sucker for. I am a lot more excited about this film than any other Sony film. Sometimes I can even be naively optimistic. Just call me that for this film here. I am naively optimistic. I'm excited to see what happens because we've gotten some pictures, behind the scene pictures of some of the actresses that are in the film, like the top 3 girls that are playing. And then we also had a alternate Spider-Man that was featured in the behind the scenes pictures here. So I'm a little bit more excited about this one than some of the other Sony projects. So like I said, I'm optimistic.
I have only ever wanted a live action Madam Web if she is an old lady in a chair played by Maggie Smith.
Oh, yes.
That is not what we're getting.
Yeah.
I do not necessarily care.
Yep, they definitely are crapping on the source material, which is what Sony does best.
I mean, there's a bunch of different versions, so I mean, I'm not a Madam Web aficionado. I only know her from the '90s. This movie's not for me.
Like Seth said, you know, I only know Madam Web from the '90s, from the animated show, but that was like one of the best storylines to me in that show. So my ears are perked for this movie. I'll see what the trailer looks like. I feel like Sony cuts a pretty good trailer most of the time, except for this Craven one, because I don't understand how you get powers from like a lion dripping blood in you. That's like really weird. I don't know how
Catwoman did it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how
Spiders can do it.
Yeah, I'm interested in it. I'll probably end up going to see that one.
I am 50-50 with this whole thing. On the one hand, I'm like, this is stupid. This is dumb. Throw it in the trash. But on the other hand, I'm like, you said time travel? And it ties into the whole Spider-Verse like thing and Spider-Geddon thing where Peter Parker is the key to the entire Spider-Verse, which I think is really cool, but I know Sony. I've been burnt before. It could either go really, really great or insanely laughably wrong. I guess we'll just have to flip the coin and see.
I don't really care about this one. I don't know who the actual Madam Web is, if it's the original one or Spider-Woman 2. I don't even know, but yeah, I don't really care.
If Sony was smart, they would have just gave me a Ben Reilly or Miguel solo film.
Yeah. So also coming up in March of 2024, we have Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is shocking to me. I still haven't seen part 2 yet. I know that's terrible, but I still haven't seen it. So no spoilers.
All right, no spoilers.
I'm definitely going to see it when it comes out on digital, but I was kind of shocked that it's coming out so soon. I thought that they needed more time to make these animated features.
There's no way it's going to make March.
Yeah, I was thinking like that's got to be wrong, right?
No, they said one sequence from Across the Spider-Verse took them like 5 years of a sequence alone to animate. And the thing is, I don't want it that early. Take your time with it because Across the Spider-Verse is incredible. Into the Spider-Verse is incredible. If they do right by the third one, it will be the Spider-Verse trilogy will be one of the greatest movie trilogies of all time. It's incredible. This one may not even need to be talked about because there is zero chance it comes out in March of 2024.
So I'm wrong, in other words.
I mean, they're saying it, but you know.
Well, maybe it might be a scenario
I need to
where
believe
they
it.
work on both films at the same time, maybe. But once again, I'm not sure on this one. I mean, this is some of the upcoming release dates that I Googled.
I would believe that Kraven the Hunter will make $1 billion before I believe that Spider-Verse 3 comes out in March of 2024.
You're probably right.
100% all in. I think the last one was amazing, 10 out of 10. And the one before that I thought was a 10 out of 10. So
yeah, the first one's great.
It's unbelievable. And why Miles Morales wasn't used before this is insane to me. He's just such a great character.
Probably one of the best derivative characters. If you're going to use a derivative character, Miles Morales is the best. Kate Bishop, Then you have She-Hulk.
I love X23. I love X23 though.
Okay, that's another good one. I'll give you that one too.
Neck and neck.
X23. I would love to see them use the same actress that played
She
Daphne.
looks just like the one they casted in Logan grown up now.
Yep.
She looks just like X23 ripped straight from the page. It's so freaky.
How cool would it be to see her pop up in Deadpool 3 as X23?
I need that X4 scene with X23, Deadpool, and Logan side by side in comic book accurate suits. I need it. Well,
so are you hyped about Spider-Verse, Mr. Josh?
I was hyped when the movie was announced as a two-parter. The first one I liked it, but when everybody was like, "Oh, this is sliced bread, the best Spider-Man movie," I was like, I don't see it yet. And then when the second one came out, I was like, okay, I love this way better than the first one. I kind of see what people are talking about because I already loved Miles. And then the third one, I was like, I'm ready. Let's do this. And about the March release, the only reason I think they could release it in March is the reason that they made it a two-parter. They probably animated it all already, and they're just doing last-minute touches, probably. I think it's going to be a smash.
Yeah, when I watched the first one, I wasn't expecting anything, to be honest. I didn't see the hype or anything. I just put it on and watched it, and I was pleasantly surprised. Really enjoyed it. I haven't seen the second one. Also waiting for it to come out on digital. But I'm really keen to watch the second one, and if it's anything like the first one or better, like people are saying, bring on the third one. Must have been pre-planned, though. Like Josh said, it must have been doing the animation for the third one already if they're really going to bring it out on that time. But I'm pretty sure it's definitely not going to come out then.
Probably not. I'm probably wrong. What you think, Kev?
I'm interested in this film. I haven't even seen the second one yet. I'll wait till it comes out on digital. Huge fan of 2099 Spider-Man. I don't know. I'm an old man and movies don't get me that excited anymore. But I guess this is up there as they go. I'll probably watch this kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 day one when it comes on digital. But it's not like Mission Impossible where I'm going to go actually to the theater to see it.
So Deadpool 3 was supposed to come out May the 3rd of 2024. It is,
Exactly.
I'll say this about Deadpool 3, okay? I'm probably sure that more than most of you guys share the same opinion with me, but this is the most excited that I've been for a superhero film in years, probably since Endgame, honestly. Like even more excited than I was for No Way Home. I just cannot wait to see Deadpool come back and to see some of these characters return, like the girl that plays the love interest, Morena something, Blind Owl. We're also going to get, who else are we getting again?
Hugh Jackman.
Electra.
Hugh Jackman. That's the bombshell. That's the major bombshell. It's also been confirmed that we're getting Jennifer Garner back as Elektra. That's wild. I love wild and crazy stuff like that.
It's going to be a love letter to all the Fox Studio fans.
Yeah, maybe it might be an homage or something like that. We saw some of the sets already with the 20th Century Fox broken, statue type logo thing. So that's going to be wild. Sign me up for this. This is definitely my most anticipated. Go ahead and stamp it. It's my most anticipated by a mile out of all these.
I love the first Deadpool. I think it's one of the best comic book movies. I do still enjoy Deadpool 2, but I don't love it as much. And this one I'm extremely excited for. One, Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine, so to see that dynamic with Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, the fact that it is going to start to tie into the MCU to bring Ryan Reynolds Deadpool there, I'm extremely excited about. Also that it's staying rated R. I know Dopender's actor has said that the experience has pretty much stayed the same. The only difference is that he doesn't have the whole script. They're being very secretive with things now. It's part of the MCU and stuff. The fact that they're trusting them to just tell Deadpool as he is, I'm excited about. And I hope Deadpool becomes the new Stan Lee cameo, that we just get a Deadpool.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
In every MCU project, like Deadpool's just out and about.
For some reason, I have this weird feeling that this is going to be our multiverse of madness, that Deadpool is going to be the one bouncing into different universes, which is what I've wanted to see all along. And I really hope it is Deadpool because it's going to be hilarious. I know I said, comedy and superhero movies don't really mix that well all the time, but now when it's a character that is comedic, I think Deadpool will be awesome. And how could you not be excited? Hugh Jackman's coming back. Never in a million years would I thought Hugh Jackman would come back. He literally said it's so hard to keep his body like that. And he changed his mind to come back to be in this. I remember him saying in an interview, I'd only come back if I'm in an Avengers movie, which makes me think that he's going to be in Secret Wars.
Oh, he will be. If they're bringing him back for this, he's going to be back for at least one, maybe both of the final Avenger films.
That'd be
Or
great.
we don't know if they're the final Avenger films, but
We know they're not. As long as this exists.
yep. They're
I'll
gonna
be
keep-
there in the movies. I'll be watching them.
Oh yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, they got me. They got me trapped already.
They can have my money.
I haven't been this excited for a comic book film since, and it's gonna really show my age, since Spider-Man 1. Because I remember the first teaser of Spider-Man 1, the one that you can only find on YouTube now, and it was the Two Towers teaser. That's the only time. I was living in New York at the time, right? One of the first theater experiences I remember, and one of the best. I'm sitting down. We went to see another movie. I forgot what it was. It probably was X-Men. The X-Men was the first comic book film I saw in theaters. There was a teaser. I was thinking, oh, it's a normal bank heist film, right? And so they escape, and then you see something pull them back, and then you see they're in between the two towers in webs. And I'm looking like, what? Is it a monster film? And then it zooms out, and you see Spider-Man's lenses. And that's the first time we see Toby in the suit. No internet ruined it, no nothing. Just you went to the theater and saw a trailer for the first time. That was your first time seeing that trailer. I kid you not. Everybody stood up and gave a trailer Endgame treatment. They gave it a standing ovation clap, and then we all sat down and watched X-Men.
How cool is that? That's awesome.
Like, my childhood is really coming full circle with these movies. I've seen Andrew come back. I've seen Toby come back. Now Hugh Jackman's coming back in the suit. I got a Deadpool film. I got Ryan Reynolds back as a real Deadpool, and he might have one of the best comic book trilogies of all time with this movie. Jennifer Garner's come back as Elektra, even though I didn't like her movie. I'm one of the few people that actually like Ben Affleck's Daredevil movie. It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
It's a guilty pleasure of mine. There is one person from the Fox universe that I hope they bring in this film that will make me cry. If Nick Cage as Ghost Rider comes back and they have a little moment, I am going to cry.
That would be wild.
Definitely better than a Superman cameo.
It will be even better than a Superman Lives cameo.
That's the thing. I think that we're going to get some wild stuff. I think that we're possibly even going to get Magneto. We're possibly going to get Professor X, Patrick Stewart coming back. So, yeah, I think it's going to be some wild stuff going down.
Like all the other movies we're going through, I'm not excited really for any of them except Deadpool 2. I mean 3. It looks like it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to give me what Multiverse of Madness didn't. Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is just the key to this success. I mean, he is naturally Wade Wilson, isn't he? And he's a clever guy. He's very intelligent, and he's just comedic, and he knows what's going to make this movie work. And that's why, obviously, the whole team, it's not just him, but they're really pulling out all the stops to make this movie off the charts, I think. Bringing back Wolverine in his classic yellow suit. That's, I don't know if that was leaked on purpose, but that's just took the hype level to a whole new game.
What you think about seeing that classic suit, Kevin?
That's fine. I try not to get too excited about just like member berries and cameos and things like that. The jokes in Deadpool 2 got a little old for me. I was kind of tired of Deadpool by the end of Deadpool 2. I am cautiously optimistic, especially seeing the ruins of the 20th Century logo, because I feel like there could be some really good meta humor there. Maybe we'll actually get like an artistic vision for once in a Marvel movie that isn't directed by James Gunn. So I'm excited for it on that level. There's a very good chance by the end of this film I'll want to shoot Ryan Reynolds again. I'll just be tired of him. So we'll see.
Okay, moving on. So after that, we're gonna get Captain America: Brave New World in July of 2024. This one I am relatively excited about. Not only do you have a returning Sam Wilson as Cap, but you also are going to have Aerosmith's daughter.
Oh,
Liv Tyler.
Yeah, Liv Tyler's coming back to play Betty Ross, which is crazy. You also have Harrison Ford, who has not confirmed that he's going to be the Red Hulk yet. It's a very high possibility that even he is not aware that he's going to be the Red Hulk in this movie. Maybe they're just going to put the CGI out there and have him come on the screen. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I also wonder, have they talked about who the villain's going to be in this film yet?
Yeah, it's going to be the leader.
Really?
I thought
So
it
we
was
don't
the
know that
Serpent
for sure. I didn't know if
Society.
that was confirmed yet or not by Marvel, but if that's the
Isn't
case,
it the Serpent Society? I'd
No,
heard it
because
was.
the Serpent Society was supposed to be the villain for Civil War, but then it was just like a bait and switch type
No,
thing.
I think it actually is. There's a picture of the WWE wrestler Seth Rollins in
Yeah.
a Serpent Society type suit.
Mm.
So maybe they'll play a factor into it. Maybe
might,
we'll
they
also
might.
get the leader.
Or maybe there'll be like a sub-tier villain, and the leader will be because
Yeah,
I did
the
hear
main.
that the guy from the Incredible Hulk that played the leader or played the character before he turned into leader is coming back too.
That's
I can't
awesome.
think. I can't think of it. He's from.
Tim Blake Nelson.
Thank
Yep.
you. Yes.
That's it.
I'm very excited for this one. First off, I loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier. For some reason, I feel like it's gotten a lot of
That's my all-time
people
favorite
going back
MCU
saying
show.
that like it wasn't that good, but like I didn't think we needed that show, but I really needed it, and seeing Sam become Cap has just been an amazing experience. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see Joaquin become the new Falcon. I'm especially excited about Tim Blake Nelson coming back as Samuel Stearns,
Yeah.
the leader, because a lot of things that I feel like Marvel will forget about or just, hope people don't pay attention to, like the Incredible Hulk because they've changed actors, or Inhumans, they'll be like, no, we'll still use that. We'll bring Black Bolt into Multiverse of Madness. We'll bring back the leader and Liv Tyler into this movie. It's still all connected, and that's what I've always loved about the MCU. So, yeah, Brave New World is one I'm extremely excited to see what they come out of it. Also, I just love Harrison Ford. I mean, I wish we could have still had William Hurt, but, RIP. To have Harrison Ford in the MCU, and especially as General Ross, I think that's going to be a really great performance.
My thing is this: if they're going to recast with someone, why would you recast with Harrison Ford, who is, I hate to say this, but he's got one foot on a banana peel and 1 foot in death's door. I mean, this guy has got to be close to 80, right?
I don't know, man. I'm just in the movie. I don't care about anything.
I'm just along for the ride.
Don't ask me about Star Wars ever, please.
Is this the first time Harrison Ford is playing a villain?
Possibly.
Maybe.
No, there's that movie
I'll
that
do
he was in with Michelle Pfeiffer. Something in the water.
Yeah.
What
I know
lies?
what you're talking about. I
What
can't
Lies
think of the
Beneath?
name.
What Lies Beneath?
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, I'm sure he did. He had other roles like that
Is
too.
he
But
playing the president? Is that what he's supposed to be?
Well, it says
think-
here,
I
I just looked it up. It says the fourth Captain America film villain will be President Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. So yeah, he's president, and Dr. Samuel Stearns, aka the leader.
I really hope that in this movie he literally goes, "Get off my plane," and just throws someone off. It'd be a total missed opportunity by Marvel if they don't do that.
They're
that
gonna
would be
do it.
perfect with the Falcon because the Falcon could just fly off, right? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, you could totally do that joke. That'd be great.
I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to this movie, I'm conflicted. So I'm excited to see Sam Wilson because I feel like as soon as he became Captain America, we should have felt his presence more, but it's like they threw him in the back burner. Like we should have seen him make cameo after cameo after cameo, similar to Stark and Steve. Because even when Captain America was frozen, you still felt his impact and you still felt him throughout the universe. Same with Tony to this day. I feel like we never got that with Sam. I feel like no Avengers that we've been introduced to has done that yet. So I'm excited for his film because I want to see him again. I want to see how he really handles the role of Cap. I want to see if he's the one that initiates, yeah, we need the Avengers, and I'm going to be the one to put it together if we don't have a Fury or anybody else. On the other hand, even though I know the villains could be a unique dynamic, and that Captain America movie hasn't failed me yet, I feel like this is their way of crapping on Hulk again. We wanted these two to be a villain duo, Ross and the leader. Why did they appear in She-Hulk? Why didn't they give Hulk an even bigger chance? Like, you could have put Hulk with somebody else and then just make it mainly a Hulk film with these two as the villains, which I find really disappointing. Why is Captain America being the one that will defeat Hulk exclusive villains? That breaks my heart as a Hulk fan. Plus, like, one of my favorite villain collaborations in Marvel is Intelligentsia with MODOK and the leader and Doctor Doom and Red Ghost, all of them. And they already got done dirty in She-Hulk and in Quantumania because MODOK was done dirty in Quantumania and Intelligentsia was just made a group of incels and She-Hulk. And I'm like, y'all just hate my team. Y'all just hate my peeps. I don't know how to feel. I feel half and half.
Yeah, I'm pretty keen for this movie. I'll give it a watch. Just also letting a time build up to see how's things shaping up for this movie. I do also think it's a bit odd with the villain choice, but overall, I think it should be a solid one. Maybe not the best, but I definitely think it'll be better than most of the other stuff that's coming out.
I really do like Sam Wilson as Captain America, even in the comics. I like Anthony Mackie. I watch, even his crappy Netflix movies. I even enjoy those. There's a part of me that is excited about this, but also I think Liv Tyler is probably my least favorite actress of all time. Jennifer Connelly is my favorite. So both played Betty Ross. I would have loved it if they brought back Jennifer Connelly and maybe Sam Elliott. I think that would have been cool, a cool little nod to a much derided Hulk film that I think does not get the recognition it deserves. But that's just my opinion.
What do you guys think about Joker Folie à Deux? Because honestly, the fact that it's a musical, or maybe part of it will be a musical, kind of makes me a little nervous. It's cool that Lady Gaga is going to be there. And it's also cool that it's, same director, Todd Phillips. And we're also getting Joaquin Phoenix back as the Joker, which him as the Joker. I didn't love the film personally, but him as the Joker was amazing. What do you guys think?
I wasn't excited for the movie until I found out it was a musical, because I don't know how you make a sequel of Joker, but the direction it seems to be going, having Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, making it a musical, making it this different style, I'm all in.
I just keep thinking about Birds of Prey when I think of, musical, mixing that with superhero genre. That's what I think of, the Birds of Prey, which I hate, but
Yikes.
maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be good.
Joker is almost like a standalone thing. It really doesn't fall under DC, I feel like. So to make it a musical is a little weird, but Joaquin Phoenix is a little weird. So I feel like it'll work together. I don't know why.
Might be the perfect, what's the word? Not cornucopia, concoction. I don't know. What you think, Josh?
I'm very excited. I think the musical side is actually genius, especially since you have Harley Quinn and Joker, because you can portray it as both of them seeing the relationship from different points of views with how the music works. Harley Quinn will get the romanticized version of their relationship. Everything's psychotic happening around, sort of how they did it in the Harley Quinn TV show. And it's like a fever dream, like it's like they're high off each other, like you're looking at it with rose-tinted glasses while seeing the chaos go around them. I feel like incorporating music in that is actually genius. And I know Joaquin Phoenix can kill it because of how he was in that one movie where he had the phone. What's it called? Her? Think that and that fantasy he was in, but with Joker and Harley Quinn, with the madness going on, with the world burning around them, with the right music. I think it could easily be. I think it's going to be amazing.
It's going to have to take one hell of a trailer to convince me otherwise. I'm hell of a skeptical for this kind of thing. I'm not buying it yet, but maybe they know what they're doing.
I made a list of all the movies that were upcoming, and this is actually the number one that I'm most excited about. I thought the first Joker, even though it was basically a remake of Taxi Driver, it's a really, really great film. Really well done. An amazing character study. And I feel like the musical elements could be a really interesting way to show their psychosis, both of these characters. Because there's always, in a musical, you have to suspend disbelief on everybody's breaking into songs now. But when your two main characters have like massive mental health issues, it's kind of, like that barrier between reality and everybody then breaking into the songs. Okay, that makes sense. I can see this really working, really being a fascinating movie. So I'm actually really looking forward to it.
Okay, and with that, we're going to move on to the last film that's expected for 2024, Thunderbolts, which I will say I am very excited about. I think it's going to be really cool to see this team. It's almost like most of the team is street level, maybe if not all of the team. I mean, you have Red Guardian, you have Yelena.
White Widow. Yeah.
Yep, Yelena, Black Widow Jr. You have the gender swapped Taskmaster. I think it's interesting. At this point, we don't know for sure if the Abomination is going to be in there or not. I don't think that he was featured in any of the promotional material or the picture they released. No. But he's got to be there. You got to have the Abomination. I think that's probably one of the most exciting elements about it, along with John Walker. I love John Walker and what they've done with him so far in the MCU. So I'm really excited to see that character come back. But yeah, once again, cautiously optimistic. I think it could be really great and it could be really bad.
I think one awesome thing about the MCU is all the heroes interacting with each other. And one thing I've been waiting for in the MCU is villains interacting with each other, which is why I'm sad we've never gotten a Masters of Evil yet. Thank you, Josh. That's one thing I'm excited about with Thunderbolts. I do wish the roster was a little more variety, because we do have Winter Soldier and U.S. Agent and Yelena and Taskmaster, who are all serving sort of a purpose. It would be great to have Abomination. But besides that, I'm excited to see what it comes from, because I love all the characters that are in it. I do want more variety, but I'll see what they have.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing more Red Guardian, because I feel like he's a good character and we didn't really see a lot of him. And Yelena taking over the Widow spot, I think, is great. I think she's absolutely amazing actress. I love Sebastian Stan, so to see him back once again, I'm in for this big time. I think that this is going to be kind of like Guardians a little bit, where they're going to bicker a lot. They have a chance to write it where it could be funny between the group of them, like arguing all the time. I feel like it's going to be kind of like a Suicide Squad thing, basically. But yeah. I'm excited for it.
I'm kind of excited for Thunderbolts because of Bucky and Yelena, because I want them to explain. Like, I need a scene where she gets mad at Bucky because he's like, "Yeah, I kind of shot your sister when we first met." When I was under mind control, I kind of tried to kill her a couple times. I need that tension. That's the only part I'm hyped for. As for everything else, everyone I wanted in a Thunderbolts film either hasn't been introduced in the MCU yet or are dead or have been jacked up. I wanted a legit Taskmaster, not the one from Black Widow, which is unfortunate. Yeah. I kind of wish this movie was coming out before Captain America, because it would have been an interesting because then you would have been able to switch the villains around and have this established team. I think this team should have been the team that our new Captain America goes against. I thought that would have been pretty cool. And it would have been kind of like a Batman Assault on Arkham type of situation where he has to take on all these guys by himself. And it really cements him as and Bucky's conflicted because he's like, "I don't want to fight you. Don't make us do this." And they have conflicting ideals. That would have been cool. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic for this one. That falls into my category for this one. I need to see more on it. I need to see more build up around it. I do think it can go either way. It could be really good or really bad. So I'm not putting more of my chips on this one.
I'm interested in it only because of the cast. I think this feels more like Secret Avengers and not really as much as the Thunderbolts. Yeah, it's not. They're not really villains. These characters, so I don't know how you would pull off the Thunderbolts comic accurately this early in the MCU. I mean, you probably need 50 years of the MCU to do it correctly. But yeah, I'm interested, especially based on who the characters, or not the characters, I should say, the actors. They're all pretty good.